Hello there everyone and welcome back to Rome 1 Remastered with this Macedonian campaign. Last time round, I believe that one thing we did do was attack and take Crete. We've now set it up as a pretty good post in the sea here. Quite difficult to take the town, it turned out. Even just against a rebel force, there wasn't actually a proper nation holding the island. So it was quite difficult. We should not forget that there's quite a force building up here. And then we have been thrashing the Thracians. But now we are pushing on the attack. So I've got one force, one turn away from laying siege to Salona up here, which is already kind of broken down from a fight with the Gauls. And then right here, the king of Macedon is ready to lay siege to Byzantium. We should be able to take that. Last episode, we noticed the Pontiac, or the Pontus faction. And for some reason I couldn't remember what they were called. But there they are. And they've got the Eastern Infantry, yes. They're absolutely worthless guys. Funny how they redid those guys in Rome 2. Kind of horribly at the start. If you remember, when they had quite a graphical issue where you would be able to see the low-res faces even when close up, so they looked kinda like they'd had quite the accident, let's just say that. Like there was some kind of alien. Wasn't a flattering look anyways. I don't think I have any moves, so we should go ahead and end turn pretty rapidly here. What I should say is that the Thracians have been gathering up a force here. They do not have any strong units though, which I'm quite surprised at how easy we've had it against some factions, while against others, remembering back to the time that the Romans almost took one of our largest towns with 3 units. And then, yes, before we end turn here, we've got this guy. Now, I've sent multiple messages to this guy, trying to get him to defect to our side by paying him off. And I'd gathered quite a bit of coin to actually ask him to join, but he seems very reluctant, so we're gonna have to kill him. The only problem I see, his army is pretty pitiful. So I don't see them posing any real problem against me. The real problem is his general's bodyguard, because he's got 135 soldiers within the bodyguard. The king, my faction leader, doesn't even have 135 in his bodyguard. So I'm wondering a little bit. We are building up quite the force though. I have loads of cavalry coming in from both sides, and then as we are building new troops in a lot of these towns, I should be able to draw them together as well. We should smite this guy before he burns the countryside to a crisp. He's already done quite a bit to burn this side of the country here, and he's blocking the road. I imagine he's reducing the income, and it is, you know, this is like the closest road that goes from my capital down to the major part really of my empire, so you would think a lot would flow through here. I imagine a lot is actually flowing by the sea. It's easier to transport a lot of stuff along the coast, but still this road right here, it's bad. Anyways, let's go ahead and end turn and see if we can't come to blows with our enemies. Thracians seem to have gathered up their force at this point and are moving towards our border. So he's gathered up most of his troops right here, and he seems that he's now moving towards the town. Should be no problem, even with the kind of tiny force we have here of 1,500 men against his 2,000. It's actually not that bad. I need about, what, 3 units more until I
be of service?
start to outnumber him. One thing that I didn't show is that after we had thrashed the units here, they actually asked for peace, which was such like such a bold maneuver by them, in a sense that they thought that I would agree to it. Like I would give them the option to recuperate after their failed attack. Like, who do they think I am? Oh. Brutii Navy? I need to sink this ship. We need to build a proper big harbor somewhere that I can recruit similar ships to be able to sink that one and get him out of the way. My spy was forced out of Salona. I'm gonna send him in again and hoping that maybe he'll be able to open the gates, which wasn't the case. Build 3 of those. I'm gonna be able to break through there. Since there's basically nothing here, there's less than 1,000 men. I think that I would be able to quite easily out-resolve this. I have 3,000 men. I've got 3 times the manpower. The thing I'm worried about is that the sort of the AI would screw it up and somehow kill most of my army. So I do think we're actually gonna play it, although maybe I won't show everything of the siege. But I think it's the best to do it this way. It is the faction heir after all, so I will honor him by actually playing the battle. And with that said, to battle we go. Starting off the battle here just by showing you the army that I've arrayed against our foe. No point in wasting good Macedonian lives fighting this trash. I've let my archers go loose on the enemy. But now we're out of arrows, so it's high time to move in. The enemy has decided to retreat and hold the center of town.
The enemy general is slain! His men fear us! It is time to press the attack! This is a heroic victory, worthy of Greek soldiers.
There we have it! Victory! We were able to kill every single one of them, and I mean, they were able to inflict 875 on us. Maybe the out-assault would have worked better, but there we go, we got a battle. Quite a few were able to inflict quite a lot because they were able to hold there at the very center of town. 436 is quite a lot. My pikemen weren't really able to form the pike as well as one would have hoped, but we can see that really what it came down to in terms of our side, it was really the archers. The Cretan archers managed to kill all. Clear victory, we've got Byzantium, and that is all well.
Settlement captured!
Ooh, there's quite a lot of people in this town. I could get quite a bit of money from massacring them. Or, enslaving them. But I think we'll just occupy this place. We get a good port as well. Yeah, there's quite a good established town here. All I really need to do is probably dot down some towers. I don't think we can cross here, can we?
Yes, Stradago.
No, we can't. So that makes it quite that I don't have to worry about the Pontus people moving across to attack us. But I could definitely see a tower going out here and one just here, so that I could see quite far into enemy territory. I wonder what's going on here, because there's a lot of burnt ground. It still is held by the Greek city-states. I don't think I have to leave much of a bodyguard here. The town is pretty darn happy with us. There's a bit of unrest, but that will settle pretty easily. Distance to capital very low, because capital is just next to it. Garrison 70, governor's influence. Wonder. Oh yes, we do hold a wonder, so that adds on to it. Even if I, let's see, even if I moved out the entire force, still 35, I would have to leave quite a few men,
My lord.
actually. 4 units. It's not that bad, especially given what the enemy has left up here. And the fact that I should be able to recruit some new troops. We should see about getting some more merchants. See if I can make some cash out of that. Definitely need to build some roads here as well. And then over on this side, we haven't been able to build those yet, but soon we'll be able to take that as well. So it's going quite well if we look at the... I need 15 provinces, and currently I have 10. Gonna gain another 11, 12. So we're definitely on our way to completing this campaign in quite a good pace. With that said, let's go ahead and end turn once more. A tiny Dacian force is moving in. I hope they're not trying to risk anything by going to war with us. That would be unfortunate. I'm just gonna have my diplomat... can't remember why I was sending them north. What I'm going to do is I'm gonna bribe them if they get any closer, try to attack the town. I'm not entirely sure what happened to this force. It seems to have lost quite a bit of manpower, and they don't seem to have sent them over here, so I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. Is the faction leader? No? Where is that faction leader? The new faction heir is over here. I bet the faction leader is further to the north. Let's have our spy go and figure out what's going on up here. He should be, there we got him, faction leader. Bit of pitiful town up here. Ah, they actually got phalanx pikemen up here. They do like their flaxmen though. Recruit quite a lot of them. This one should be an easy out to resolve. Oh, it's actually quite balanced. Distinct possibility. I can understand why. It's all stupid militia hoplites. And I could see the Illyrian mercenaries slaughtering them. Let's maybe hold off on that one a little. Oh, I can't. Can I? You know what? I'm gonna gamble here and out-resolve it. Even though it's quite close to the middle. Clear defeat! Okay, I shouldn't have gambled. We only killed 132. I imagine quite a few of those were able to actually recover. And we lost almost 1,000 men in the process. 930.
Retreat! The siege is broken!
It's god awful. Right, Don't out-resolve. That's the key lesson from that. I guess Cretan archers, mercenary hoplites. Well, I don't think we need that many, but the Cretan archers and the peltast, or the mercenary peltast, will be enough. And then we merge the rest of this crap, and then I'm gonna actually remove that one. So the army is reduced quite a bit in size, but I think it becomes stronger, especially with the Cretan archers. Should be able to slaughter most of these at range. The spy no longer needed here. I want to see what's going on up here. If that town has been conquered by one faction or another. I can't really see which one at this point. So I've got plenty of Greek cavalry. And I've got my general. Actually, I would bring all of this to bear against this guy. And then I would bring all of the light lances up his rear. Let's put all the light lances there. And then we take this 18-year-old commander and we take the full force. And we sandwich this guy. I gave you plenty of opportunity to join our forces, but here we are. He's a 3-star general though, and this is a new 18-year-old commander. Ducalos. Anyways, onwards to victory. Early in the morning, we were able to secure his camp before he was ready, so he's retreated down the hill beyond it. His main headquarters used to be this farm next to the main road going down to Athens. He has to abandon it as our forces come ready in the morning when he is not. What he doesn't know is there's more light cavalry coming down as well. Right, let's start this battle.
Gods be praised! The reinforcements are here! Send them to fight!
Oh, we'll have to march around that. Let's see. Cavalry will take flank positions. Some across the road. Others down to the side of the farm. I think what we'll do, given that I couldn't march through this area right here, is we'll set the line like this. So what I'll do is I'll raise pikes and we run into position rather quickly. The general will stay close to the pikes. He's got militia cavalry peasants sent towards all this light cavalry, the light lancers. There's no way they're gonna be able to hold up. But I guess he wants to buy time. Oh, heavy pelters. Could be quite dangerous. Unless, of course, my cavalry sweeps them away. I think we'll start the attack by having the reinforcements coming in from the back start the attack. And that will unsettle them, so they're stopping the main attack, allowing me to actually set my attack in motion instead. We're attacking and we're sending off the militia cavalry. We're sending the other force to deal with the peasants. The Greek cavalry is now moving in on either side, as my pikes are marching across the farmland to crush the enemy force. Still want to avoid... My army is cavalry heavy, so we do want to avoid a fight with their militia hoplites. Let's pull off a little bit. I imagine I could strike from the back at one of these units. And then as they're forced to turn around, Ooh, I was hoping that we... Right, just ride straight into it and break it. We probably lost tons of cavalry. I was hoping that we'd be able to strike from the back. Continue forward. I was hoping we'd be able to strike from the back when the pikes... And then the pikes would be raised. Alright, we smashed those. Seems like I could have done this with only the cavalry. Enemy general rides straight into... that's why. That's why he has such a high count on his bodyguard. It was stupid militia cavalry. I could have done this with only the cavalry.
The enemy general is slain, and now his men fear us. It is time to press the attack.
And now the final unit is destroyed.
Pursue them.
And we won.
Them from the battlefield.
I don't know, is the time limit 45 minutes? If so, then we were able to beat him within 3 minutes. Wonderful.
This is a victory fit for the gods, a day of triumph to mark with a song or two.
A song or two? We crushed him. He only managed to inflict 268 casualties on us, whereof which we were able to heal around 30, 40 men, which is good. Good start on this, the military campaign of this general. However, of course, he had almost twice the numbers of the rebel force. And then we have it! Victory! I think this is a good point to end this video. We'll go ahead and move the bulk of the force back to the capital. I'm actually gonna send... I think I'm gonna send... You know what? We'll regroup the cavalry. But then we'll send half to the king and half to this force over here. For the next episode, we should be able to crush Salona against the bastard rebels. And we'll be able to crush the Thracians. I think we'll send this 18-year-old commander to build the towers. He didn't actually gain... He gained management. He managed the rebels more so than he gained any leadership from that.
Onward. Yes, Stratagos.
We're gonna build a tower here, and we're gonna build a tower there. And then once this province is taken, we'll have to build towers along the coast, I think. Possibly one close to here. They have already built one for us, so that's good. So I don't need to build one over here. Possibly might need something over here to just see what's going on. I want to be able to see all my territory. But with that said, I'm gonna end the episode right here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye.